Y'all, I am not an astrology girly, but this eclipse is hitting hard. Do you ever have those weeks where the universe just decides to burn down all of your core pillars of like comfort, safety, and stability in life? Not gonna elaborate or go into detail, at least not right now, but let's just say it's been a rough week. So I've been giving myself some time and space to just wallow in self-pity for a bit, as you do. And this has resulted in me just taking it easy when it comes to the fitness lifestyle. I haven't like gone off the rails or anything. I've just been like ordering more takeout and like, you know, not adding that mental load of having to think about what to cook. And like the takeout that I order is still relatively healthy, although I have had pizza twice this week. Nothing wrong with that though. It was much needed pizza. But anyway, I have not been cooking from home as much, which you guys know I like to do. My bedtime's been slacking a bit. Still been getting my 8 hours for sure, 8+ hours, but just going to bed a little bit later than I would like to. I have not been exercising. I've been doing lots of long walks, which to be fair is exactly what my body needs right now. Like my body is in a high stress state. I don't need to be putting more stress on it with more exercise. So like I'm doing what I need to be doing for my body and for my mental health. So it's not like I'm in a bad place in that sense. But what I don't want to have happen is, while everything else is burning to the ground, to burn myself to the ground in the process. So I do want to start working today on re-locking in some key things that are going to help maintain myself while everything else burns down. So I guess welcome to a full day of Marissa preps for a healthy week ahead in the context of everything being on fire. I'm currently starting my day with a walk because I don't plan on exercising today. Hopefully another little walk later, but I'm going for a walk, getting some sunshine, and I'm drinking a poppin' bottle mocha. Thankfully, next thing on the to-do list is therapy. Oh, and there's a podcast episode I wanted to tell you guys about, but I will do that in 50 minutes when my therapy session is over. Therapy has been accomplished. I am now just taking the cat out. So what I wanted to share with you guys is a couple months ago, I made a video about my journey with therapy. It's a whole thing. You can go watch my video about my therapy journey. But I got a lot of questions about it, particularly EMDR and parts work and kind of like how it works and like what the actual experience with it is. Because it's one thing to like explain what it is, and it's another thing to like actually understand what it is and the process that you kind of go through. And after making that video, I either found or it was uploaded shortly after I made that video, I don't know, Aubrey Marcus has a podcast, and on that podcast he has an episode with Richard Schwartz, the guy who created IFS, and he actually takes him through a full like parts work session like in real time on the podcast. So you basically get to hear like a full hour therapy session. I listened to it and I felt like it was a really cool example of parts work and how it works in the context of therapy and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna leave a link to that down in the description box below because I totally think it's worth checking out if you are considering therapy and exploring different types of options for therapy and just want to know what this is like. Look at this little angel. Okay, step number 1 of the day is feed Marissa. Haven't had the biggest appetite lately, so I'm doing what I can. I want to go grocery shopping to get some ingredients so that I can actually do some amount of meal prepping for the week. And I probably won't meal prep today. I'll probably meal prep tomorrow. One step at a time. But basically, I'm on my way to the grocery store to go get groceries and stuff to meal prep, and on the way I am stopping by Earth Bar to get a little smoothie. Their smoothies are not just like a banana, almond milk, and protein powder. Like they pack their smoothies full of really good stuff, and they're like relatively high calorie smoothies too. I got the Flaxmaster smoothie, which is acai, blueberry, banana, almond butter, cinnamon, coconut water, protein, maca, L-glutamine, B12, and flax oil. So chock full of a lot of good stuff. And then I've not been very diligent about my hydration this week, and this caught my eye. The passion fruit hibiscus from Vibes. The goal today was to do a little something to just nourish my soul, and so the plan was go walk on the beach around sunset. It was sunny in my house, but literally like 3 blocks closer to the beach. This is not a beach weather. So these are the groceries that I got to make a breakfast bowl for breakfast and a taco bowl for dinner. Both of them hopefully should be pretty easy to prep most of the ingredients ahead of time, so it'll be really easy to assemble through the week. It'll be really high protein, high fiber, high deliciousness. So in the breakfast bowl, I'm gonna have chicken, an egg, sweet potato, black beans, some red onion, and cotija cheese. And then in the taco bowl, I'm gonna have chicken, butter, lettuce, romaine, and the sprouts, avocado, more cotija cheese. I'm gonna pickle some onion with some lime and then also squeeze some lime into it. Got some radishes for garnish, and then I also have like this siete taco Mexican sauce thing that I'm gonna put on it. Got some salsa. Oh, and I got some corn that I'm gonna just grill up and throw in there. Since it's a bowl, it's not gonna be in a corn tortilla, so I figure I might as well get some just like plain corn, grill it up, toss it in. And I might be forgetting 1 or 2 things that are going in there, but that's the gist of it. So I think if I set aside some time tomorrow to prep a lot of those ingredients, it'll be super easy for the next few days to just throw stuff together. I'm gonna slow cook the chicken. Maybe I'll start that tonight. I can just slow cook it overnight with some of the taco seasoning that I got, and then we will go from there. Maybe I'll vlog my prep and the final product and put it in a different video or a short or a reel. I don't know, we'll see. So very exciting news that I feel like I've been like low-key announcing but haven't made an official announcement about yet, and it's really time to do so. Fat Loss 101, my course on how to lose fat in a healthy, holistic, sustainable way so that you can keep it off for good, is coming back. I will be reopening registration on May 1st, but if you are on the wait list, you'll get early access for 2 days. Usually do like a 4-day early bird sale. This time is a 2-day early bird sale.
I honestly don't know why I made that decision. I think the dates just kind of made sense in my head that way.
But early bird sale, you can save $250 if you register April 29th or 30th. So if you want to make sure you can get access to that, make sure you're on the wait list at fatloss101.com. And if you miss early bird for whatever reason, maybe it didn't give you enough heads up, you can still start registering on May 1st. But here's the thing about that. Summer is right around the corner. If you want to look drastically different for summer, you're gonna have to crash diet. You're gonna have to do something unsustainable, which will result in you regaining the weight almost immediately after, and oftentimes leads to gaining even more weight than you had in the first place. And if you've done this for a couple summers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It lands you in this very vicious yo-yo cycle of losing weight, regaining weight, losing weight, regaining weight, and never being able to be fully happy and embrace your body and make fitness feel good, because you're either dieting hardcore and you're miserable, or you've regained the weight and you feel really bad about yourself and really guilty and you're miserable. So if you want to get out of that cycle, that is what this program is designed to do. It takes a very different, more long-term approach to fat loss. So yeah, you might not be able to transform your body with this program in like 6 weeks before summer, but you will be able to transform your body by next summer. And then, because you've done it in a holistic, healthy, sustainable way, you will never have to worry about dieting again. You'll be able to maintain that every summer thereafter without having to go through miserable crash diets and regaining all the weight and feeling bad about yourself. Like, imagine if you could just do one more program and then never have to think about losing fat again. That's this program. This course comes with the most comprehensive course material that you will literally ever find anywhere, like guaranteed. I challenge you to find something more comprehensive. It took me almost a year to create this course because of all of the information that I was trying to put into it and make sure it would answer all of your questions. So you get all of that course material, everything you would ever get from me if you were to work one-on-one with me, but in video lecture format, and you get lifetime access to that if you register for the course. And you also get coaching support from yours truly. So again, pretty much everything you would get working one-on-one. It comes with a student forum where you can ask any questions that you have. I do live workshops once a month, so we can actually sit down and have a chat about things. And then of course you get the group support from the other people that are going through the same thing that you are. But if you have any questions at all throughout your fat loss journey, I will be there for you to answer your questions. It comes with very flexible workout programs, so you can choose your workout frequency of 2 to 6 days a week, and then you can also choose your equipment availability. So I have it so that you can just work out at home, work out with just dumbbells, and then work out with like full gym equipment. So anything within that, I got you covered. And then with the course materials, you get all sorts of fun tools and spreadsheets and stuff to make keeping track of your journey and like executing the things that you need to execute on your journey so much easier. I've seen some amazing progress from previous and current students in the course, and I'm so excited to be reopening this and making this available to you guys again. I think there's starting to be a really big and beneficial shift in the fitness and fat loss space online, where people are realizing that, you know, crash dieting, trying to lose as much weight as possible in like 30 days or 6 weeks, like that's just not what's going to make you feel good. It's not what's going to get you to your goals long term. It's not what's going to give you sustainable results that last a lifetime. And people are starting to be really over it and be able to see through all of the marketing, which is amazing. And I'm really excited to be a part of that and to have something to bring to the table and to offer for people that are fed up with that dieting cycle and want to get the results that they've been working so freaking hard for year after year, and are willing to take a new and different approach to it. So you can find out more info and sign up for the waitlist at fatloss101.com. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever about the course, feel free to message me, email me. Happy to have a little chat with you and see if this course is right for you. It's not right for everyone. If you have a slow metabolism, you might want to look into reverse dieting 101 instead. Or if your goals don't align with either of those courses, I'm happy to direct you in a way that's going to benefit you the most. Anyway, check it out. And I think it is time. I am not going to the beach. It looks really sad outside, so I think I'm just gonna go for a long walk in my neighborhood. So for dinner, my roommate and I postmated kava, which if you don't have it where you are, is essentially like Mediterranean Chipotle. Got a greens and grains bowl with chicken and lots of different sauces and dips, and it was divine. And now it is dessert time. I got these 2 ice creams at the store the other day. Always a fan of Strauss Family Creamery because their cows are very
well taken care of.
So I got the chocolate version of this. I wasn't gonna get 2, but I saw this
peanut butter fudge honeycomb
made with organic pasture-raised regenerative A2 dairy. As you guys may know, when I have dairy, I usually try to have raw goat or sheep based dairy because milk from smaller animals like that is higher in A2 casein, which is less inflammatory than A1, which is the main casein protein that's in cow dairy. And that's why a lot more people have a lot more issues with cow-based dairy products, because it's higher in the A1 casein protein. And so having the A2 essentially is, I mean, I don't know if the ratios are like the same as if it were a goat-based dairy, but it's at least lower in the A1. Which is not why I got this. Honestly, I picked it up because it's peanut butter fudge honeycomb. Like, what? It is delicious, highly recommend, but I am just a die-hard chocolate person, and so I couldn't get this and not have it with chocolate because I realized that like this just wasn't gonna hit the spot without the chocolate. So I've been combining these two, and I have a little bit left of each, so I'll probably just, oh no, I have more of this left than this. I'm gonna have to be careful with my ratios so I don't run out of this before I run out of this. I'm probably just gonna finish this off right now while I continue my blacklist binge that I have been binging for weeks now.
It's a long show.
So I am as prepped as I can be food-wise for a healthy and nourishing week ahead of me, other than starting the slow cooker chicken, which maybe I'll do after this. But the next thing on my to-do list is to look at my to-do list. I got my computer right here. That's what I'm looking at. My plan now is to just kind of look at the week ahead, look at the weather, because I would very much like to do a long beach walk or two if it is going to be a relatively nice day out, and like have it be an actual like very pleasant experience, although it looks like it's supposed to be kind of cold and rainy. So I'm gonna tentatively add that to my calendar when I am in a higher stress state, when things in life are just, you know, happening and I'm process in. I like to make sure that I prioritize time for myself, time to do things that nourish my mind, body, and soul. And so walking on the beach is one of the biggest things that I can do for that. Another thing is hanging out with some friends. I also have a virtual women's circle that I'm planning on attending this weekend. That's not something I've ever done before, so that'll be interesting. The importance of relationships and human connection is something I don't talk about often enough on this channel, but it is so crucial for health. Like, we are in a loneliness epidemic right now, and that's something that I'm even personally struggling with. Like, I definitely feel like I could use a couple more friends in my life, but loneliness and not having strong social connections is a huge risk factor for disease. Just looking up some stats for you on that here. Social isolation can increase your risk of premature death from all causes at a risk that may rival those of smoking, obesity, and physical inactivity. So like, loneliness is the new smoking. It's associated with a 50% increased risk of dementia, 29% increased risk of heart disease, 32% increased risk of stroke. The list goes on. So focusing on my relationships is something that I do really want to prioritize this week, and always, but like particularly this week, just because it is so nourishing and beneficial for your health. And exercise wise, I mean, I'm gonna take it day by day. I feel like my body and I have good communication, and I can tell when I'm a little bit too stressed, like nervous system wise, to work out. And so far I have been. Maybe in a couple days I won't be. Maybe I'll be able to get in a little bit of a jog or something. I would ideally love to go for a hike. I think that would be lovely to like get out in nature and go for a hike, but the logistics of that, living in the middle of a city, are just
More annoying than not.
That's why I want to try to go to the beach, is because being in nature is also so nourishing and grounding. But exercise wise, again, I think I'm just gonna take it day by day. I was planning on trying to put some workouts in my calendar right now so that they're there and I don't fall into a trap of like not working out for a while and then just like lose momentum with my working out and continue not working out even though I could, you know? I do see some space in my calendar that I could just add in yoga and just set that intention to do that, and then, you know, check in with myself right before and go, okay, like, am I in a space where this is going to feel good for my body, or is it going to be too much for my body? And then go from there. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll even sign up for a yoga class. No, that's a lot of work. I'm just gonna do it from home. Okay, I just added 3 days of yoga to my schedule for next week. So I'll check in with myself when those pop up on my calendar and then go from there. And then the last thing that I want to put on my calendar is just work tasks and kind of block that out a little bit better, because I find that when I can get in the routine of like actually having my work time blocked off and I know exactly what I'm doing when, rather than just like sitting down in the morning being like, okay, what's next? I can get into the flow a lot better. I feel like I have more structure, and when I have more structure, I just feel more like grounded in my day-to-day life, and feeling grounded I think will be very beneficial for me right now. So I'm just gonna check in on like what my more immediate tasks are and schedule them in the next week so that I have like a clear idea day to day of what's actually going on. And that's just gonna reduce the mental load day to day as well, so I won't have to like think through my whole schedule and like plan everything every single day. Instead, I'm just gonna do all the planning right now. I feel like I have the mental capacity to do that, or at least to a certain extent I have the mental capacity to do it right now. And so I'm just taking the mental load off of future Marissa by creating the plan right now. And then that will also help with, I want to get back to going to bed at my goal bedtime rather than staying up a little bit later. So if I can schedule my work so that I can make sure I'm getting stuff done when I need to and everything is planned out and I'm confident that I'm gonna have the time and space to get things done, I won't feel the need to like stay up later working and then cut into my bedtime routine and potentially push back my actual bedtime. Committed? Get it. Get it. My My chicken is now prepping itself. I love doing slow cooker shredded chicken. It's the easiest thing on the planet. Also, I suck at cooking chicken and always overcook it. It's like the one way where I can actually cook chicken really well.
There's a small chance I over-seasoned it.
But that's fine. I can just not add seasoning to the rest of what I add it to. It'll be okay, right? Anyway, that's happening. So I'm gonna start getting my diet back to where I like it to be this week, which is exciting. I also finished my ice cream, and so now all I have left dessert-wise is chocolate, which is the way that I like it. As comforting as sugar can be in trying times, when you are in trying times, your body is stressed, your body is inflamed. Like, the last thing it really needs is sugar. And so I've just been trying to like bring awareness to finding that balance of indulging in the comfort that I need for a while, but then getting back to what is going to nourish me overall the most and have the biggest net positive effect, not just on like directly my immediate mental health, but also my long-term mental health and my physical health and my spiritual health, etc. And continuing to indulge in higher sugar foods as I go through this is probably not going to be the greatest net positive. So I let myself wallow, and now we are slowly unwallowing. I'm about to take some supplements. I'm gonna take more than this. I have a whole thing of supplements that I'm taking right now to try for my skin. I have another one that I'm gonna add, but to help my body balance the stress, reduce any inflammation that is probably coming because of the stress, etc. So I have some ashwagandha. Not endorsing this brand. I don't know anything about it. My mom just had extra and gave it to me. I honestly don't even know, like some of it's not even the extract, it's just the straight root. So it's probably not the most effective one, but it's what I have, so I'm taking it. I have some curcumin to help with inflammation. I'm taking Ned's CBD de-stress blend. So this is CBD with also ashwagandha in it. So maybe that's making up for this only being partially an extract. And then I'm also going to take Symbiotica's adrenal support tonic. That's something that I've been putting in my water the last few days, so I haven't been taking it like at night. I've just been having it during the day, but I totally forgot and haven't taken it today. So I'm gonna add some of that in as well, and then take like the rest of my normal supplements and stuff that I'm having. Oh, and I made myself a giant cup of tea. Is it really a good cup of tea if it is not
The size of your head?
I think, what did I do? This is like a mint ginger tea and Tulsi sweet rose tea with some honey and electrolytes mixed in. And this was my day preparing myself to continue forth as the best version of me. I have like 10 to 15 more minutes of work to do, so I'm gonna get that done, and then I'm gonna settle in and just do some painting. Told you guys I have been loving doing paint by numbers at night because it is just very, like, you can just focus in on it. It's very meditative. That's what I was trying to convey with this. Anyway, I hope y'all's eclipse week was better than mine. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. Mine has not been great, but I do know that you have to burn things down in order to create space for better things and things that are in more alignment and things that are going to help bring me to the next version of myself, the next evolution of Marissa that I want to be. So ultimately it's all a good thing and it's all fine. It's just a momentary destabilization. All gonna be okay. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your fitness buddies. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, do make sure you get yourself on the waitlist for Fat Loss 101 at fatloss101.com. Link down in the description box below, and I will see you very, very soon.